Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Charles.
And I'm Fred Hickman.
Join us Super Bowl Sunday for the best pregame show on television. 8 great hours of Andy.
And it's not going to be pretty.
It all kicks off at 1 Eastern, Super Bowl Sunday only on TBS. Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Charles.
And I'm Fred Hickman.
Join us Super Bowl Sunday for the best pregame show on television. 8 great hours of Andy.
And Nick, this is a classic matchup.
No one hits harder than Opie.
Nobody gets by Aunt B.
She is a wall.
Well, you don't bet against Joe Montana.
And you don't bet against Barney Fife.
I'm a deadly weapon.
8 great hours of Andy. And it all kicks off at 1 Eastern, Super Bowl Sunday, only on TBS.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's go back to the action with more Andy Griffith. Barney Fife, weighing in at 132 pounds, is TV's lightest lawman. We'll be right back with more Andy. What is CNN Sports Tonight?
Highlights, stats, and scores. The play of the day.
To catch what happened in sports today,
Watch CNN Sports Tonight, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific on CNN. We now return to more of 8 great hours of Andy. Andy and Opie Taylor hold the record for interceptions of Aunt B's homemade pies. We'll be right back with more Andy.
After today, there's no more football.
What am I going to watch now?
Next Sunday on TBS. Get ready for the most explosive day on television.
Yes!
No football? No problem. Beginning 10:35 Eastern next Sunday on TBS.
This presentation is brought to you by Celestial Seasonings Herbal Tea. Try their delicious Wild Berry Zinger. It has no caffeine, so enjoy a cup and have a celestial night.
You're gonna love this herbal tea from Celestial Seasonings. It tastes like a juicy mouthful of wild berries. Wild Berry Zinger. It'll tingle your tongue and tungle your ting. But it has no caffeine, so it's perfect for nighttime. It'll make your taste buds two-step, but your brain won't jitterbug, because it has no caffeine. Besides, this stuff will do your hair and take out the garbage. Just kidding. Celestial Seasonings Wild Berry Zinger. It has no caffeine, so it's a perfect way to end your day. Have a celestial night.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, Hallmark introduces something new. Cards will let you say things like, I love you, in a way you never could before. It's very exciting, and here it is. Just in time for Valentine's Day, Hallmark introduces something new. Cards will let you say things like, I love you, in a way you never could before.
New recordable greetings from Hallmark let you record your own message in your own voice.
Hallmark has a way to say you care.
Rev it up. Corvette backed by Eureka. Raw power for home or auto. 10 tools included for big jobs, tight spots, extra long cord. Corvette backed by Eureka.
Well, timeout's over. Now back to more Andy Griffith. We're back. And you know, Nick, nobody smashes a still to pieces quite like Barney Fife.
pow, pow, pow.
Exactly. And speaking of Barney, he gives an all-pro performance in this next episode.
That's right. Barney tackles a wanted criminal using his famous body block technique.
Now, Barney claims that when he uses the body block, his whole body becomes a lethal weapon. And I'm quoting here, I am no longer Barney Fife, the man, but Barney Fife, the bulkhead.
The maneuver seems so effortless. Let's go to the videotape. See there? It looks almost like he's just sitting on the guy.
It's amazing. So stay tuned for Barney Gets His Man as 8 great hours of Andy continues on TBS. Barney Fife's incomplete passes to Juanita at the Bluebird Diner, 182. Complete passes to Thelma Lou, 14.
8 great hours of Andy now continues. Ernest T. Bass's rock-throwing velocity has been clocked at an astounding 85 miles per hour. We'll be right back with more Andy. Now, let's go back to the action with more Andy Griffith. Floyd the Barber holds the Southeastern Conference record for a full cut, shave, and towel. 10 minutes, not counting timeouts for gossip. Welcome back. I'm Nick Charles.
And I'm Fred Hickman. And you're watching 8 great hours of Andy.
And how about that last episode, Fred? Barney sacks the opposition not once, but twice.
Well, now we've got a little fella named Opie coming up who could give Barney a run for his money.
Opie's got the moves.
Let's look at that great technique again.
He's pretty intimidating for a guy named Opie.
You can't hurt me. Come on, all you got. Come on.
Coming up next, Opie and the Bully, as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
Opie Taylor's gone for the extra points all season just by washing behind his ears without being asked. We'll be right back with more Andy.
And Vader brawl for it all inside Thunder Cage. World Championship Wrestling presents Super Brawl 4 Double Thunder Cage. Sunday, February 20th, live and only on pay-per-view.
8 Great Hours of Andy now continues. Amazingly, after thousands of haircuts, Floyd the Barber's never been penalized for clipping. We'll be right back with more Andy.
Hello again, everyone. This is Fred Hickman, along with Nick Charles, your hosts for 8 Great Hours of Andy on TBS.
That's right, Fred. And now we go from Opie versus the Bully to one of the oldest rivalries in Mayberry, the Carters and the Wakefields head-to-head.
You know who this fine-looking, low-down, sneaking varmint is, Sheriff? I'm gonna hit you right in the mouth.
This episode has everything. Love, war, and yes, even a little Shakespeare mixed in.
To feud or not to feud? That is the question that 2 of Mayberry's meanest are out to answer.
A feud is a feud. The next episode as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
The faces of discovery are the faces of the world. The Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
We now return to more of 8 Great Hours of Andy. Goober Pyle is famous for his consistent wearing of non-regulation headgear. We'll be right back with more Andy.
8 Great Hours of Andy now continues. Gomer Pyle eventually surprised everyone by being the first-round draft pick of the U.S. Marine Corps. We'll be right back with more Andy.
Happy anniversary to my bride of 32 years.
Get well soon. I hate gossiping alone.
Happy birthday, sis. You're at a great age, older than me.
A special thanks to a client who makes business a pleasure.
I'm sorry. Am I still in the doghouse?
When you want to send your best wishes with flowers, call us and we'll make all the arrangements. 800 Flowers. Just call our name.
Welcome back as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues.
You know, that phony duel was a great play by Andy in that last episode.
Sure was, Fred, but I'll tell you, just seeing 2 youngins in love like that sure warmed the heart of this old sports reporter.
I know what you mean.
Well, coming up next, Otis buys a car.
And that puts everyone in Mayberry on the defensive.
Be out of the way, Sunday driver! Come back here, stop it!
Especially Barney, who pulls out the old shrub on the hat maneuver.
Hey, Barney!
Hot Rod Otis, next, as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS. Wide receiver Otis Campbell holds the record for bench warming down at the Mayberry Courthouse. We'll be right back with more Andy. We now return to more of 8 Great Hours of Andy.
Andy Taylor's recovered a remarkable 98% of Barney Fife's fumbles. We'll be right back with more Andy.
Tired of the same old flakes? Try Cluster Cereal. It's got a nutty sweet taste you'll never want to give up.
Clusters starts with crispy flakes with wheat and bran, but then adds clusters with nuts and honey for a sweet, nutty taste. So if you want more than just flakes, get your hands on some clusters before someone else does.
They come every year.
The Clump Brothers.
Super bucket.
15 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy?
Original recipe. Wrestle ya!
Get both. 15-piece super buckets are $9.99 each.
We do chicken right.
Welcome back, everybody. Fred, I am excited. We've got one of the best rock throwers in the business coming up next.
No question about it. Ernest T. Bass with his signature greeting. Howdy do to you and you.
It's me, it's Ernest T.
Mickey is going to be the man out there today.
Yeah, he's dynamic, agile, and smart as a whip.
Arithmetic. 2 and 2. 4.
So what can we expect from Ernest T. today?
Well, I'd look for him to throw a few rocks, jump on people, and basically be a real pest.
The Education of Ernest T. Bass. Next, as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS. Helen Crump has earned the distinction of being the only person in Mayberry to successfully tackle Andy Taylor. We'll be right back with more Andy.
Shazam.
This is who we are, and here's what we do.
What we do. Here's what we do.
He's playing my song. Andy Griffith, 7:05 Eastern, weeknights on TBS.
8 Great Hours of Andy now continues.
Ernest T. Bass holds the Mayberry record for unsportsmanlike conduct violations. We'll be right back with more Andy.
Ruffians, the novel by NFL defensive lineman Tim Green, uncovers a side of football the fans never see. Ruffians. Now in bookstores everywhere.
Now let's go back to the action with more Andy Griffith. Ernest T. Bass's rock-throwing velocity has been clocked at an astounding 85 miles per hour. We'll be right back with more Andy.
This is Celestial Seasoning's absolutely delicious Ice Delight iced tea. It's knock your socks off easy. Just plunk the bags into cold water and it brews in your fridge in an hour or so. Ice Delight is so easy to make. Sometimes it gets up and makes itself. So don't boil water to brew iced tea, you might hurt yourself. Celestial Seasoning's Ice Delight has no caffeine and it brews in your fridge. And it's hard to hurt yourself on a fridge. Brew some up and have a celestial day.
We're back. And now as a special service for all you possum hunters out there who might just be tuning in, Nick, perhaps you can repeat Ernest T.'s fine explanation of how exactly to get a possum out from under a rock.
Basically, Fred, you have two choices. You can either smoke the possum out or jab at him with a long pointy stick.
Now, if you have neither fire nor stick?
A good, smart dog will root him out just fine.
I see, Nick. Thanks. Next, Barney shows that he is a real team player with the Mayberry Choir. He's giving it his all. Trouble is, nobody wants it.
How my heart.
Barney and the Choir coming up as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
Any tear-free shampoo is okay for your baby.
Not my baby.
Just because a shampoo claims to be tearless, that doesn't mean it has Johnson's patented No More Tears formula. It's as gentle to eyes as pure water. No wonder more hospitals use it.
There we go.
Johnson's Baby Shampoo. Because your baby is all that matters.
From Walt Disney Pictures, this morning, Preston Waters got something.
What's on my bike?
Give us check to your dad. We'll know what to do with it. That's going to change his life.
Blank check. Yeah!
Now he's buying more stuff.
You have a house.
Meeting more women.
Baby brother comes into his own.
And stopping 3 crooks.
I'm gonna get you, kid.
From taking all of his money.
That must have hurt.
Disney's Blank Check, rated PG. Sneak preview February 5th and 6th.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nick Charles.
And I'm Fred Hickman. And you're watching 8 Great Hours of Andy.
Hey, Barney really had a set of pipes in that last episode, didn't he, Fred?
Yeah, too bad, though. They weren't his.
All right, Fred, now we're going to take you direct to Checkpoint Chickie, where Barney has set up an ingenious defense against the speeders up on Highway 6.
Oh, let's take a look at this fiery competitor.
Fred, what impresses me is not just his equipment, but his technique. It's plain to see that this guy means business.
Well, Nick, they say defense wins championships. It's true in the NFL, and it's true in Mayberry, as you'll see in Barney's Sidecar, coming up next on TBS. Hello again, everyone. It's halftime here at 8 Great Hours of Andy.
And for our halftime show, we now take you direct to Mayberry, where the Mayberry Band will play their rendition of Stars and Stripes Forever.
Enjoy. Interesting.
You know, Fred, I've never heard it played quite that way.
Barney and Gomer are calling the plays in this next episode, Andy's Vacation, as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
This Goodwill Games moment is brought to you by Delta Airlines.
It used to be that international multisport competitions were rather formal, rather proper. But this summer at the Goodwill Games, 2 sports for the 90s enter the international arena. Beach volleyball and triathlon, traditional sports for the 90s at the Goodwill Games this summer from St. Petersburg, Russia.
In business, there never seems to be enough of it. And the last thing you can afford to do is run out of it. Time. So rest assured, Delta Airlines will help you make the most of it. With over 4,900 flights a day to over 300 cities around the world. And best of all, we'll make sure you arrive relaxed and refreshed with plenty of time to spare. Delta Airlines.
We're back as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues. And Nick, in that last contest, what we saw was Sam the Butcher underutilized in the Brady Bunch, coming off the bench to play a key role.
Well, we're going to see more of Sam the Butcher as the afternoon plays on. But coming up in this next half hour, Barney and Floyd face a must-win situation against 3 of the toughest convicts in the league.
Let's fight. Come on, bare knucks.
Nick, these 2 Mayberry All-Stars are on the road. They've got their backs against the wall. And the way I see it, they're going to need a lot of help to pull this one out of the fire.
So stay tuned as 3 tough ladies take on the deputy and the barber in Convicts at Large as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues right here on TBS.
After today, there's no more football.
What am I going to watch now? Into the boiling vat.
No. No.
Beautiful.
Next Sunday on TBS, get ready for the most explosive day on television.
Yes!
Dirty Harry, The Enforcer, Lone Wolf McQuade, Chisholm, Smokey and the Bandit. No football? No problem. Beginning 10:35 Eastern next Sunday on TBS.
Hey, I'll be there. I'm the host. Introducing Pizza Ranch Salad Dressing.
Just exactly what does it taste like?
New Taco Ranch Salad Dressing. Care to comment on the flavor? And new Nacho Cheese Ranch. Can you describe its taste? Fun new flavors that will blow your mind. New Hidden Valley.
Beautiful is... Now, waterproof lashes all day that soap and water easily wash away. CoverGirl introduces new, remarkable, washable waterproof mascara. Now get CoverGirl Beautiful Lashes, waterproof lashes that weather any storm. But unlike ordinary waterproof mascaras, it washes away easily with a touch of soap and water. Absolutely remarkable. New, remarkable, washable waterproof mascara. Beautiful is... CoverGirl.
Introducing new popcorn shrimp with Long John Silver's. By the pound or by the meal, you get a lot for a little. Now that's a nice change. New popcorn shrimp at Long John Silver's. This offer won't last long, so pop in soon.
Long John Silver shrimp.
Every milestone deserves a new look at your insurance and financial needs with your MetLife representative. Get Met. It pays.
It's Domino's Crunchy Thin Crust Pizza.
It's thin, crispy,
Crunchy.
And check this.
free pizza.
Order a large thin crust pizza with 2 toppings.
And get any medium one-topping pizza.
Free. Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
Welcome back. Fred, who's your pick for MVP in that last episode?
No brainer, Nick. Floyd all the way. The bit with the banana, the Al gag, classic.
Well, he's got some major assistance in the next episode, though. That's right. I'm talking about a man known simply as Goober.
You know, the controversy still rages on as to who's the best, lovable, but not too bright mechanic, Goober or Gomer. Your thoughts, Nick?
Well, Gomer has his trademark golly and Shazam, but Goober has that funny hat and that thing he does. You know, I'd say it's a toss-up.
We'll explore more of the Goober-Gomer debate later on, but right now it's time for Goober Takes a Car Apart as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
Introducing Phone Relief, the ultimate in hands-free phone design. Watch. Simply attach the special double-back fastener to any phone. Then attach the Phone Relief headset. It's that easy. It's ideal for the office, a must for the home. It even works on remotes. Use Phone Relief anywhere. Finally, you can talk hands-free with any phone. The amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95. Credit card users call 1-800-257-1234. Sorry, no CODs. Call 1-800-257-1234.
From Walt Disney Pictures.
That's my life savings.
Preston Waters has too many brothers and not enough money.
How can I save money if I don't have it?
But all that
What's on my bike?
Give that check to your dad. We'll know what to do with it. Is about to change.
Blank check.
Now Preston's teaching his brothers that with a little money,
What's the shortest guy ever dated?
you can buy a lot of respect.
Baby brother comes into his own.
Disney's Blank Check.
Want the parkings?
I don't drive yet.
Rated PG. Sneak preview February 5th and 6th.
Well, we're back. I'm Fred Hickman, and this is Nick Charles, and you're watching 8 Great Hours of Andy on TBS.
That's right, Fred. And coming up next, we've got perhaps the most intriguing matchup of the day. Barney Fife, the self-proclaimed deadly weapon of Mayberry, is pitted against a man almost twice his size, Sam the Butcher from the Brady Bunch.
That's right, Sam's back. And it's going to be interesting to see how Barney's speed offsets the size advantage of Sam the Butcher.
It's speed against size, against the backdrop of controversy over uniforms.
The name of the show, Barney's Uniform. And it's coming up next as 8 Great Hours of Andy continues on TBS.
This Goodwill Games moment is brought to you by Gillette.
This summer, 2,000 of the world's finest athletes will attempt to run faster, throw harder, and jump higher than ever before in St. Petersburg, Russia. At the same time, New York City will be making plans. For in 1998, one of the world's great cities will welcome these 16 days of sport. It's the Goodwill Games, this summer in St. Petersburg, Russia, and 1998 in New York City.
Well, that's it. 8 Great Hours of Andy is over.
What a hilarious, compelling day, Fred.
Nick, I am emotionally drained. All the laughter, the tears, the down-home warmth.
Otis riding that big fat cow.
That's right, Nick. And you know, you can see the Andy Griffith Show every weekday at 6:35 Eastern on TBS Lite.
TBS Lite. Comedy that's funny.
So, until next time, this is Fred Hickman for Nick Charles.
And I'm Nick Charles for Fred Hickman saying, see y'all down at the old fishing hole.